Guys, welcome back. I think we're down to God. And far be it from me to say he would, but I think Odin has perfected the art of playing Possum. Because remember, he told me come to the end of what it could do for me, so I was like, that's okay, I love you, please stay. So he'd stayed that night, and he stayed all yesterday. And then the new god showed up, and the new god was alternating between kind of like almost setting my panic response off on purpose, and I thought, okay, he wants me to work through this, to it seemed like he was being nice, and I was like not trusting my discernment. I was like, there's something off here. I don't think he's a bad god, but after a while when I went up to bed, it just was like attack after attack after attack after attack, and I tried to reason with him, and I said, you will be welcome and you will be honored, but you have to understand, like, at this point in time, there is no physical space for another altar. I don't have any money for a statue. I don't think they even have statues of Erwin. So now you know who it is. And I said, I still think you're making a mistake. Because if this is the way you teach, I can't handle it. And it was boom, 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 one after another. And a lot of you gave wonderful advice, and I appreciate that. And so thank you. And it just got to the point where I even, for some reason, I don't even know why the first god that popped into my head was Aries. I called on Aries. I'm like, I don't know, you have to give me the strength to fight, because remember, Odin had said he could not do anything for me anymore. So I called on Aries, and I'm like getting this sense that like almost like Aries is blocked out of this fight, and he would come forward, give assistance, but he can't. And all of a sudden, there's just this like rush of aggressive energy. And not only is this rush of aggressive energy going to meet the challenge, but Odin is by my side roaring that he's put my spear in my hand, and he always uses the spears I gave him in VR. He put a spear in my hand, now fight, and then he gives me a spear for the other hand, because anytime I learn more stuff about, Viking lore and culture, whether it's real or not, he doesn't make much distinction. He will use that during training, and he's roaring at me that if this thing wants to frighten me, then that's obviously a challenge, and it's time to fight and get up and fight and roar. So I'm there, kind of like in my mind's eye, and we're standing there, and I've got two spears in my hand, and I'm roaring at this coward to come fight me, because when Odin decides he's going to bless you with battle courage, you get you get aggressive, not like crazy, but you get aggressive, and you're willing to take the fight to the enemy. So I'm there shouting at this god, which is probably thinking, this is a lovely reception. And Loki's back her face palming. And I don't think Loki knew all of this. I think this is the first time Loki's getting to hear about it. Um, and Odin's by my side exulting, and I only know some of his Heti and English, and I know I mangle every Norse word I know. But some of his names are names like Killer. And Battle Glad and everything else, and Glad of War, and he's exulting and calling out his own names, and it feels like a storm starting to whip up around beside us. And Erwin decided the better part of Valor was, I'm not dealing with this. He's insane. So Erwin went away, and it felt like there was this real happy wolf energy around me, like, yeah! And to make things even better, as this supposed battle was going to start, there were ravens flying overhead. And I'm like, this is why we can't have nice things, isn't it? So Odin is so he didn't like Erwin is and unpacking, and I'm like, this is why we don't have a very diverse household. I said, what happened to love and peace and healing? And he's looking at me like I'm insane, because I'm talking to the God of War aspect, and I'm like, what happened to all the gods from everywhere, and we're one big family, and we're stronger together? And Odin's looking at me like I never said any of this to him, and he has no idea what's going on. And I'm like, yeah, he has three aspects. I can actually buy this with him. Or it's just the thing Odin does with me. He just stares at you until you give up and go away. getting a smile back here. So he doesn't like Erwin. And I don't know what Erwin was trying to do to help. And I got that pronunciation from a site that it had a native European speaker. I don't know if they were Welsh or not, so I apologize if my Welsh isn't good. But he went after him. And he was having none of it because he's like, if you're going to teach her, it's not going to be by triggering panic attacks. Odin used to have kind of the ability just to be in proximity and do it, but he reasoned me through them. Where with Erwin, it seemed like a challenge, and Odin was like, she's not answering this challenge fast enough. I'm a help. So he had blocked out, I think Ares on purpose, and I said, Odin, what? You weren't playing Possum the last couple of days, were you? That wasn't why this house was so nice and calm, was it? And just this kind of smile like, no, my dear, of course not. I said, you said you ran out of power to help me. That didn't seem like you ran out of any power on my behalf. Did I say that? Yes, I am weak. Nothing happened. Odin. What? I'm like, you can't even lie. I'll lie right to your face. It'll be so obvious. It doesn't help that when you're scolding him, you're like, you're such a good god, because you scared the other god away. And Loki helped him. I said to Loki, I said, if I didn't know any better, I'd say you two knew Erwin wanted in. And Odin played Possum, and Loki played the grieving brother because his brother was now useless to a human and could walk no further with them. I said, I almost say you two set him up and you used me as bait. Loki was like, no, I didn't. And then he was thinking about it and goes, can we go get a cheeseburger? I'm like, God damn it, it's 2 in the morning. Yeah, but cheeseburger tomorrow. I said, I thought you wanted fried chicken Saturday. Burger? So he's being impossible. So I don't know if he'll be back because they decided they didn't like him and they chased him. And I said, you were the ones telling me to work with him today. What is wrong with you? I love you. You're pretty. So the boys got territorial. I don't know. It might have been Loki having fun. It might have been a different aspect of Odin for all I know, because Odin suddenly remembered he has names like Terror and Frenzy and all this other stuff. Like any name like that would usually apply to Odin. Don't look for those exact words because people will quibble over translations, but some people will translate this name to this or this name to that, and then people will have an argument. People can't even agree to what his name translates to. So Loki's back are poking me. It's either inspiration or madness and frenzy. You take your pick. There are some days I think the madness and frenzy part are very good translations, because there are some days I wonder how he ever got anybody to worship him. But it's Wednesday, so happy Odin's Day. I can't hold a god's nature against him. And for all I know, I did keep doing research yesterday. There was one person that claimed the part of saying that Erwin was a god of terror was added, but you can't find much on these Welsh gods. They're really hard to find, and everybody repeats the same exact ritual for them. And I like to know where in the lore the ritual is coming from before I do anything, so I've just been biding my time to see what he does. This could have been Odin thing too, of how bad do you want to be here? How bad do you want to work with my property? I mean, my precious child. I mean, my whatever. He's very territorial. Once Odin decides you are his, you're part of his pack for all eternity, so far as Odin is concerned. And, his might have just been a ritualistic thing of, Erwin tried to come forward and the 2 boss men of the family had to meet him. I noticed the rest of the gods scattered. I can only vaguely feel La Santa, and it's like they're all kind of fading away. So apparently Big Boss God was playing boss and acting helpless. So there you go. If your gods ever seem helpless, they might not be. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.